peace, I would be happy to have everybody that I love, and they gone up in a way. Oh shit, the wrong one. What the fuck? Let's just fuck it, man. It is what it is, though. Yeah, what it is, though. No, I don't fuck with John Britt. They don't know they know me. Everybody say they would, but they really know me. But they let it go, man. I'm old. I ain't gonna lie, they didn't know the old me. Ain't so many say they fuck with the know me. I been on my grind, bitch, I'm running on me. I ain't never had nobody, I'm not friendly. I just stay to myself by my lonely. By my lonely, by my lonely, by my lonely. Everybody say they with me, but they fuck with the whole me. So many, they don't know the know me. I just stay by my lonely. I just stay by my lonely. Stand by my lonely. Stand by my lonely. Stand on my lonely. Stand by my lonely. I don't need nobody. I be by my lonely. I've been trying to run it up for so long. I've been in my own in my zone. They don't even know what's going on. I just really out here holding on. Ready by my lonely. 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 My lonely. 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 I'm lonely. Mm. And I'll make that bitch a song one day. Okay. By my lonely. Yeah, I need a type of beat I can put that bitch on. No cap. No cap. By my lonely. By my lonely. By my lonely. I need to hop in the booth tonight. Fuck it. Fuck July. Fuck it. And make more music. Fuck it. Real shit, bro. That's what I'm about to do. Be on. Shit, man. Make more music. Make more music. Okay. Fuck that. I don't know, man. Sometimes they be like, I don't know. Wow, nice, man. Shit, I don't know what's going on in that. Shit. Like, yeah, what it is. It's one of those nights. Running up on my own way. Mm-hmm. Play that bitch a song, bro. Make that bitch a song, man. Mm-mm-mm. That's how I'm gonna do it, bro. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on, though, man. I don't even know, bro. Live shit, I don't get. I don't really. I don't know. I might have to go back, Ghost Band, going live sometimes again, bro. And go live out the blue sometimes, bro. Just go live here and there, man. I don't know, bro. Like, this shit just be weird sometimes. The live should be weird sometimes. Yo. I might go ghost from going live, man. Go live like once in a blue moon. Oh, yeah. I don't know, though. I can't. I probably can't do that because shit. I got bro be going live. So damn. So I'm really trying to start up this shit though. But a lot of people be scared to share their testimony though. A lot of people be scared to show their fucking talent. It be hard. I be want to do show love Fridays, but people be scared to come on and show their talent or share their testimony. And it like more and more niggas do this shit, the more and more I realize, like, man, I don't want to keep putting the same people on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I can easily have Trip. I easily have Drip keep sharing their stories. But I be want different people who say they fuck with me to come on this bitch too. But man, it should be like, you know, I'm just a loner, bro, and my personality don't track people. You know what I'm saying? The video might track 100 motherfuckers, but my personality ain't gonna track people because how I come off and how I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't track nobody. Yo, yo, I'm good. I'm good. You know, you know what I'm saying? But I want to do show love Fridays, not just Fridays. It be shit. I can show love, but it should be like I know it's some that I know like a lot of people be scared to show their talent and share their testimony to help someone out there. You know, and it's sad though because a lot of people feel like since like they if it don't benefit them, they ain't gonna do it, and it should be like like that shit just be like. I'm gonna just keep rocking. You know what I'm saying? At least I tried though. At least I go out trying to share love through platforms. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still keep going though, keep trying to show love. But man, it's easy for me to have the same people come up and do it, but I really want people around the world. You know what I'm saying? The same way people be in the comments, I feel like damn, why they don't do this shit on live too and come up and speak, but everybody ain't for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going through nothing. You know, I'm just really just talking. I ain't really with all that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no devils on me or nothing. I ain't fighting demons or nothing. It's just I just be speaking, and some people don't like how I come off because like me grieving it shows. So it's just like how I'm talking. You might think I'm fighting demons, but no. It's just how I'm coming off, and it just shows like a young still grieving about something. I still feel some way about something, but I'm always gonna get through it. You don't gotta be worried. I'm gonna get through it. It's just grieving. You know, I want to tell people, like, I ain't fighting no demons or nothing. It's just grief. But since Lord just showing it on my face. Usually Jesus used to just hide what I'm feeling inside, but lately he just been showing it. I guess he want to show the world. Just because how you going, you still speak positive. You still can be positive, no matter what you're going through. No matter what you still grieving or you how you feeling. You can't let that mess up your day. And you still can have a better day while you going through something. You know what I'm saying? You just can't let it control you. Because at the end of the day, you control your destiny. You control your emotions. You can't let your emotions control you, because it ain't gonna go right. I know you care. You one of the ones, Marina. You one of the ones, that always show they care, and I appreciate you and I love you. Certain people be on here that show a lot of love. You know, I just been trying I I've been trying to like do these show love Fridays again. But a lot of people they don't wanna. A lot of people scared to share their testimony. And be the ones that be so quick to judge your story and try to judge you, but they won't come up and share theirs to help someone. And it just be like I just be realizing like it ain't meant for me to bring a lot of people up because you know it's just that's how weird stuff start to happen. So, I'm just start I ain't gonna even force it. I'm just let things be natural. Like I did the first time when I had my bro Kid Coat, like King Coat come up, man, one of the goats with music and you know, just share his story a little bit. You know. And that's how it be. I know you and a couple people would, you know. That's why like how can I say like tomorrow? Cause I gotta send. I don't know how to. Cause I can't put no codes in the comments. So I can't let no like can't nobody join because they won't let me comment. Like they won't let me type. So I can't put the code in the comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me see. I got you though. Or I could just screenshot it. I can screenshot it, then I could put it in my phone. Man, it's just be crazy. So that's why like today it was just me and Trip, you know. I just keep it like that, bro, cause I don't want people thinking I'm trying to like, I want to reach out, but I know how things be with people, and people's spirits be different. I don't want nobody coming off and saying weird things, start making up. Oh, I'm in their inbox trying to this and that. I just be like, I ain't got time for it. That's why I just reach out to people I know and know they rock with me, knowing like I'm not on that tight time. Cause these days, bro, people make up fake stories about you, and that happened to me before. A person lied and say I was messing with little kids, and put a fake picture, took my picture and put it on social media and put it on their profile, and was texting underage females and making it seem like I was doing weird things. The whole time that wasn't me. So I just like for me going through that after I lost my mom and stuff and when I was in the dark, it's like man, I just learned do not like text people because bro, people already did weird shit with my picture and did weird shit with my name and stuff. So, I already know, a lot of people do. A lot of people do care about other people say I don't know why though, but there used to be a lot of people just you know. you know, I mean, it just happened. It's like crazy because it be the ones who, and the sad part, it wasn't no random people who did it. It was some people who I had cut off because they was on fake pages, and I ain't condone that. You know what I'm saying? I want I think I got tired telling the person, bro, be yourself. Why you wait till you talk to someone, then you show your face, bro? Stop just hiding behind fake pages. So when a person ain't like that, I was disagreeing what he doing. He tried to do the same thing, move off emotions and try to thought it was gonna hurt me, but the whole time it hurted him. And the same person who was involved with it was the person that I really cared about to the day, still cared about. But it's just part of my story. It's like the sad part about it. It don't be no strangers that do something to you. It just be the ones who you let in your circle. Be the ones who you don't had conversations with that try to find dirt on you or try to destroy you, destroy your character, destroy your image. You know. So it should be like, be they had like that bitch shooting fireworks like a mug, but it about to be. Damn, it about to be it's tense, man. But it never don't. That's what people don't understand. Like we grew up talking about, hey, don't talk to strangers, don't do this, don't do that. But only strangers that be on is the weirdo ones that happen to them, and they think that's life. But other than that, man, a stranger will show you more love than somebody you know your whole life. But we grew up, they make it seem like you can't don't talk to strangers. Then you talk to the ones who you know your whole life, and they know everything about you, know your weakness, know everything, and they're the ones that attack you. know. It's just out that bitch going crazy. Like, man, bro, I appreciate you and your husband. I really, I really been trying to, get through this little grief, man. The grief be crazy, but that when that PTSD kick in, man. When I be, dang, bro, man. That's why 4th of July, I can't, I got too much PTSD, man. It's like, soon as I hear something, it have me tweaking. It's like, man, it'll be real. I put this thing on the TV, bro. 'Cause when it's too quiet and hearing that PSP, man, that shit just kick me. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's poppin'? That shit, that PTSD kicking in, bro. I need to put this body on. I need to put the TV on. That's sensitive, bro. Man, I'm hanging in there. How are you? How are you, man? How are you? I'm hanging in there. I can't wait till I get done grieving, man. When I get done grieving out this little hump, man, I think when all this rain get the fuck on, man, I'm gonna be bounce back. Hey, you lost yours around. I lost mine before 24. I lost my father when I first turned 20. and I lost my mom. I lost my mom after my 22 birthday. Yeah. So I spent my 23 birthday alone, my 24 birthday alone, my 25 birthday. And I'm 26 now. So just imagine you early adulthood and you done lost both of your parents already. So you know what I'm saying? And see, I lost mine because my pops was already sick. Like my pops got bit by a black widow. That's a spider, and that bit put a hole in his leg. That he was still working. That God gave him a lot of years, and all he wanted to see. I was the last one to grow up, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I appreciate that. I had lost. What's crazy? After I lost my mom, I had lost two uncles back to back. Like my uncle on my dad's side, who I was close to, got a kind of bond with. He passed. Like my other uncle, ever since he called my mama the B word, I was gonna kill my uncle because I was the only one at my crib, and I'm the one who tried to save my father's life, and I couldn't. So when they blame my mama, I felt like that's why a lot of times I blame myself because they blame my mama for my pop's death, and I was the only one there. But the whole time, you know, it's like that's why I had to forgive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie, only thing I really got is just me and my brother. Shit, like I would have had a sister, but she ain't make it. You know what I'm saying? She ain't make it through birth. I'm supposed to have a sister from China. That supposed to been my oldest. That supposed to been the firstborn, and I supposed to been the second born on my father's side. I supposed to been like the second born, but since she ain't make it, it made me the firstborn. So it should be like at time, but what's crazy? My pops, he was in the hospital for a week, and but and when he went somewhere else, you know he visited me and the pastor. I had seen him in the hospital bed. He was smiling, and he was telling me that he okay. And that basically, he was telling me that he in a better place. So it's like I think the next night I got that call from my mama that he passed away. But he came to me already. He came to me and let me know he was gone. Just like with my uncle. Like my uncle was letting me know that he was going to leave, and you know, me and my brother we live to but he a truck driver, so he basically I be here all the time by myself while he on the road. You know what I'm saying? But to be here, yeah, man. So what's crazy is like I had a dream with my pops for like the whole week. That was basically Jesus trying to let me know like my pops for to be gone. But I ain't understand it because it was like, I just was like, why I keep having these dreams with my pops? And it's like this is going on the whole week straight. I appreciate you for stopping by, So, when I got like So it was like 2 years later, that's when like that happened to my mom. Cause my pops died like 2018 March. He died on the last month of March, like the 31st, and that was on a Sunday. So he died on the Sunday. You know, like I don't. It do, but I learned to accept. I learned to be my best friend. Like I just learned to accept. Like I ain't meant to have people in my corner. I learned how to like, Jesus gonna help me help others get through their day. Gonna help me like use me to help others from not harming themselves. But when I'm going through it, I'm always go through it alone. You know, it's like when I'm going through it the most, I don't hear from people. But when things going, okay a little bit, that's when people hit. That's when I hear from people. And I barely get that. Like a lot of people don't. A lot of people think because I got a following, or they see like I got this and that, but really nobody don't check up on me for real. If it ain't from like YouTube family or certain people from TikTok, my phone don't ring at all. If it not from Trip or Drip or certain people, bro, like my phone don't ring. Nobody don't check up on me for real. I'm just like an unknown person, just Jesus that use and just learn how to cope with things. I mean, that's how it just be. I do, it's like with me, I just learned that, like I used to think like me caring so much for people, but I just had to realize that's just me, just because I had to learn. You gonna be there for others, but don't expect people be there for you. So when I accept that, that's when I accept how it is. It's so many times I gave people their flowers in my storyline, and I don't expect people to do the same thing for me because at the end of the day, I'm just doing what the Lord put on my heart to tell people at the moment. And, I don't expect people to have that same way towards me. I just keep going because at the end of the day, Jesus know what my heart was pure, and I wasn't doing it for beneficial or try to make someone feel some type of way. Yeah, it would be nice, but man, I just accept the fact that I'm just a loner. You know, like I always pick up the phone for others, but I know a lot. Ain't too many people come pick up the phone for me. I know anybody can text me and want advice, or anybody needs a friend to talk to. They know they can depend on me, but I know when I need that, I can't depend on nobody. So this is what happens. You know, Jesus just hide it from the world how I'm feeling inside. But then it come like this where you can look in my eyes and see I'm going through something or something bothering me. You know, it's just from me not fitting. And then I don't use music as therapy like I used to because I be feeling like I be overdoing music and don't really doing what I'm supposed to been doing. trying to go live and share my testimony and worship Jesus and show the world how good He is through it all, and not just me doing music. Cause only reason I got this far because of Jesus. If I ain't turned that promise in reality, nobody would have knew about Dion. You know what I'm saying? Like Dion probably been gone for real. But me keeping me keeping that promise in reality and still going every day and showing the world how good He is through it all. This way got me this far by me doing what I promised. You know, and like I can't even like my every friend I have is literally passed away or end up in the jail. Ain't coming home none time soon. And the friends I grew up with really is dead or locked up. Only two of them I talked to that got a family and trying to be a father, trying to do something they never had in their life. You know what I'm saying? One of them just putting the family first, and they got talent, but they just, everybody got their own journeys. And then beside Drip and Trip and my brother, like my homie DK, but they like the other friends I have, a couple of them they don't be on the internet. But like my circle really small, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too many people. I think I got less than six friends. Look, yeah, in my call log, I definitely got less than six. I know, Selena, I know you won't. Now, only reason why I said that because, like, people my age, they be on weird timing. You know what I'm saying? And everything is a clout to them. I hate, like, in this generation, everybody do anything for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a new phone, so like my call log is it just only got like Drip, Trip, Brother DK, Metro. I think that's four. Besides my other two, they don't be on the phone. So basically like four people. Like four. And rest is my brother and my uncle and my aunties. But friends wise, only four, to be honest. Only four. Only four. Like lot of people be like, "Oh, your phone be blowing up." Nah, man, I'm not one of them. Like I just like I'm just a type that is a loner. It might seem like I got people, but I'm really just a loner. Like inside, just a loner. And I just felt that, you know. Yeah, Slim, that's how I look at it with me. I'm blessed to have fruit. You know what I'm saying? What's good, gang? What's poppin', man? I'm just chilling, just chopping it up, man. Yo, but that foe, that's why I say though, like that foe is a blessing. I know I can talk the drip, I can talk the trip by something. I'm so used to like thugging it by myself, so it's just like I just try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Just me and Jesus just figuring it out. You know, it sounds strange, but I'd rather just, I just let Jesus help use me to help others, not like commit suicide or harm themselves or bring them down. So I let Jesus just help me uplift them. Do my part, but I don't expect people to do the same thing for me when I'm feeling some way. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get through it. Somehow I'm gonna get through it. Mhm. That's how I look at it. At first, I'd be like, "Damn, nobody don't really care for me. Nobody don't love me." But I had to look at it. People probably do, but sometimes you might be the one got to deal with things alone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mike, man, you ain't doing the one game. Shit, a lot of my homies end up got killed, yeah, in the prison, and we in the same boat, man. Uh, that would be killing me every day, bro. Like even cause like when it rained, it bring me down. Cause shit, you know, it was like my first time going to school, happy as hell, and it got taken away. Cause I walked in the class, everybody crying. That's when I found out my best friend died in his sleep. And the crazy part is, it was sunny as hell when I came in this bitch. Then when I come, it was like a movie scene. Cause I ain't want to believe none. I'm thinking they lying to me, man. I ain't gonna care. I thought they was just lying to me and shit. Like, hey man, it be like crazy. You know what's crazy? This how I knew he was gone. Cause everybody went outside, and I was the last one to go outside. And I just looked to my left and right. I ain't see my best friend. And then I looked in the sky. It was like a dark cloud over me. And I was just like, and it was like a rain. It's like a rain came down, but when I put my head down and like soon as like the rain came down, that's when the teardrop came. It's like the Lord let me know that he really gone. So bro, I cried in the rain. That's when I was like, that shit changed me to the point like that really got me not like that's when things started going left for me, bro. Like that's when things started going left for me. For real. After I lost him, cause it's crazy. Like me and him, we got close that year, and I lost him the same year. We got close. It was like crazy. So we got close that same year. I lost him. It's just like it just be like that. Mm-hmm. Hey, fast man, imagine like he wasn't even 12. He wasn't even 13 years old yet. That what pissed me off a little more though. Like, bro, you took him at 12 years old. Hey, like, bro, we ain't even. Oh, like I couldn't even go to his funeral, man. Like I couldn't even go because ever since I seen my granddad in the hearse when I was like I think I was in the third or fourth grade. And that shit just fucked me up seeing somebody you love in a hearse and can't move, so I couldn't do funerals. And that time I ain't know where his funeral was at, so I couldn't go. But I seen a picture of him in the casket. That shit just made me more mad. I ain't gonna lie, cause the same day, it showed me I hate like his death showed me how people show fake love once you gone. Hey Mike, bro, I feel you, gang. Cause guess what, gang? I had to watch my mama give up on life, man. And top of that, I'm over here. Why I'm over here watching the strongest woman I know in my life giving up on life, can't eat food, watching her turn watching her losing so much weight and just seeing her not looking like my mama no more, you know. And then at the same time, I'm arguing with somebody who I'm thinking, shit, this my girl, whatever. I'm over here trying to prove my goddamn love while I'm losing my mama at the same time. It was like it's like this shit can't be real, gang. Like my story can't be real, bro. I'm over here losing my mama at the same time trying to prove my love. It's like I'm putting lose two important women in my life. I can't even see my niece because I'm not even in town. You know, so it's like I'm in this shit just going through it, bro. And then I'm just talking to my mama like a week, but I'm having dreams just like with my pops, like having the same dreams as me and my mama. And then one time, this what she trying to tell me. She's like, when she leaves, she ain't gonna see my pops or my grandma. And I'm like, she was just saying like they gonna be different. I guess in the afterlife, you know. And I asked her, I like, what you trying to tell me? And she went quiet. And then I was like, so you trying to tell? Like, I put two to two together. And that's when I lost it. Cause I'm like, man, it's just be like, man, I was going through it. And like, the girl, like, cause like, this why I tell people be careful what you pray for. Cause after my last homie got set up, and when I promised, like, people don't know, like, I was like, people used to thought I was mean because I never let nobody in. But the whole time, I didn't want to get killed by somebody I trusted. Because I don't watch too many people I love get killed that way. So I was like, I ain't admit, I was scared to open up because I ain't want to get killed that way. I'd rather just die in my sleep. Like, I'd rather. Cause I already died in my sleep so many times, and I already had died through surgeries. So I was like, I'd rather go out like that and then don't go out like a lot of my friends did. Thought with they other mind, thinking they for to see a girl, they for to spend a night with, or whatever they thought was gonna happen. Like one of my homies got set up on a stool night, thought he was going to a party, and then when he pull up at the party at at the location, they killed him on the scene. They shot him up. Mhm. Only reason why they got caught because the girl left her phone on the scene and showed all the evidence through a text message. So that's the only way they found out it was a whole setup. That's the only, I used to be crazy. And like my mama, she ain't want to tell you, but she shows it. Like my mama was strongest, like she was the strongest woman. That what kept me going every day. Like after my pop passed, me and my mama got even more closer. It was like me and my mama was sick together. Me and her was like literally dying together. But Jesus really helped us because we imagine you move to somewhere that you don't got no family. You just depending on a pastor who say that they don't even come visit your mom, no nothing. Imagine both of you and your mom sick, and barely can move out the bed, no nothing. You just and me and my mom, like, you had the moments where, yeah, we were going to die together. Mm. My mom's name was Rita. Her name was Rita. It was Rita Hayes Britt, cause she kept her last name. Yeah, cause my brother, he ain't. he had moved with my cousin, so my brother was living his life. So he was trying to get his stuff together. So it was just me and my mom, and at the time, since I wasn't used to the Georgia weather, so my legs was locked up. That's where I used to. That's when you feel like disabled. When you disabled with your legs, you feel like it's a curse. Cause once your legs lock up and you got pins in it, anything that shit lock up, it's like you got shot. Cause you feel every goddamn, and it's like I couldn't even walk on my legs like at all. Like I was in pain every night, couldn't go to sleep. It was like my pop spirit had to like do surgery in my legs. Like, cause he used to show his face and then his spirit go in my legs where I'm hurting at. And that's the only way I could go to sleep. That's why it should be like, right leg, mine be worse. Cause they say, I don't know, it say my left leg worse, but my right leg swollen the most though. It should be like, it should be crazy. Yeah, he was helping me. Like he the one choose the house, cause my mama was not for the move to Georgia, but he chose a house and it was by like the military base. So it was like, cause I was gonna stay in Florida, that my pop chose the house. So things were going smooth. But after COVID, like through the COVID thing, and then it's like, my mom, she's so independent. I bought my mom a car. I'm gonna go fast forward. My pops already knew he was gonna die. He bought my mom a van, but since he was used to be in the military, it was the contract that if he died, my mom get it. The van gonna get paid, gonna be paid for. It's gonna be in my mama name, and she get the title. So that was in the contract, but they bogus because after my pop passed, when they got the birth certificate, they try to make it seem like my mama, they tried to run game on him. So I think like in his real he had like 20,000. So my mom split it. Like my brother had 7,500 and I had 7,500. And my mom put that the rest in the house. But with me, my brother brought a goddamn truck. He wanted to be seen. My brother brought his ass a big ass dually truck. This how I show. This how the real show. When you ask for something and the Lord just let and he regret buying. You know what I'm saying, he regret buying. Oh, I gotta close this, cause this so dead. But so it was like I bought my mom a Impala. I bought her an Impala. Like it was like, cause just in case they try to take the van. So when we moved to Georgia, like my mom already had a car. Cause that's what I did with some of my money. I bought her a car. And the pastor say they had the rest, but the pastor lied to us. Imagine you go to Georgia and you just you and your mama and your brother getting everything out, and then the pastor who been here ain't do nothing she said. So it's just like lucky that I ain't spent none of my money till I got to Georgia.
So I just really like make sure my mom good. Don't get me wrong, like it. The pastor had that spirit. She had it, but I don't know. I think Jesus took it away because she started living grievous. She had that spirit and she was living right, and then she went back to, you know, she went back to ill. And I put my mama first. Cause what I was going to do in Georgia was I was about to spend like 1,200 on a setup. Cause I was about to get two PCs and two monitors, and I was about to stream. But I had to make a choice. It's like I had to make a choice. Like Jesus did put me. I think Jesus tests me to see if I'm gonna put my dreams on hold, or I'm gonna make sure my mom good, or I'm gonna just be selfish and say fuck what my mom got. I'm gonna just put. So I did what any son probably would have did. I put my dreams on hold. A lot of people judge me for that, but I don't regret doing that. I don't say that and try to throw it. I say that because it's part of my story. Like I choose to put my dreams on hold and make sure my mom was happy. So anything my mama wanted, I just if I had it, I made sure she had it. So it's like, um, you know, I just only thing it was though is just like a lot of people might say, "Oh, why you put your dreams on hold?" But me, I put it on hold because all that materialistic stuff. And my mom only got one mama, only got one parent left. So after my pop passed, I just was like, I gotta make sure my mom good, and I ain't care about what I wanted. You know, I could have did, but I put everything I wanted on hold and make sure she got everything she wanted. And then, like, when she passed, before she passed, though, she was giving up. But, when she went to the hospital and I talked to her, at least I got a chance to talk to her. Like, my mama was happy when she was in the hospital. Like, she looked like my mama. And she was talking about how we gonna do walking, how we gonna go places. That's when I was about to say, man, I can make the walking videos. See, like what I'm doing now, it was playing with me and my mom. It ain't supposed to be me, just me. It's supposed to be me and my mom walking on the camera. You know, it was supposed to be me and my mama. Cause at first it was me and my father for things went bad. So it was like this time it was just gonna be me and my mom walking every day, and you know, and she didn't know I was gonna get the camera, but I was gonna make memories. Just me and her walking every day. But this what caught me off guard. She was like, the doctor say I want to give up, and I told she said she told the doctor I was giving up, but I want to live now. You know. Yeah, man. Like I just want to be like my dad for real with that. So I didn't care like what I wanted. I ain't really care. I like, you know. And this crazy part is I used to just put so much things on hold, and then this the moment is going on. I got a chance to talk to her, and last thing she said, she loved me. That she wanted to live now. But that could have been, but when they transitioned her, it's like her lifeline came out. Like her lifeline, something happened with her lifeline mid. like while she was in the ambulance, and I called her phone. I called my mama's phone like twice, and she ain't answer. I'm thinking like she sleep. Then it was like my uncle called like, you heard like they say your mama, she ain't like, she saying she died, like they bring her back. And me, I just called her phone, she ain't answer. So I did the norm. I just lost it. Like I just cried to God and just told him, don't take her, take me. And I would just beg him, do not take her. You know, it's like I'm the one who's supposed to be dead. I'm the one who gave up. I really just plead to Jesus and beg him to take me and not her, let her live. You know, I'm the one feel like my life was not important. So so it was like soon as everybody came, my brother was already at the hospital. I was at the house, and he FaceTimed me, and I just seen my mama on machines, couldn't breathe on her own. Like my mama came in the hospital 80 pounds. And the thing to try to save her broke her ribs. That's how skinny my mom was. Like trying to save her life. I forgot what they call it. Them two things that pump try to save you. My mom was so skinny that them things broke her ribs. Mhm. Yeah, like the CPR. Yeah, like the CPR when it broke her ribs. So that's how skinny my mom got. You know. Yeah, like the rest, like it broke her ribs, cause she was 80 pounds. She lost weight through that whole week, cause she couldn't eat nothing. And she was like 80 pounds, and so when they tried to save her, it broke her rib, so they couldn't use it. And then like she wasn't breathing her own, like you know. So it was like when I after he FaceTimed me, it was like a couple of minutes later I get that text like, I'm sorry bro, mama gone. And it's like my heart just, everything just like a movie scene. Cause like on my pop's deathbed, he brought his family together. And then when she passed, she died her while her sisters and brothers was coming to see her, like just like with my pops. And the shady part is they only died 2 years apart in the same month. My mom died like March the 9th. My pop died like March the 31st. They just died 2 years apart, you know. So that shit was like crazy. Yeah, it really is like a slow motion because I ain't want to believe it. You know, I had everything did because I had the same dreams like when I had my father. You know, God warned me a whole week. He did the same thing with my mama. So I asked him, I'm saying, you trying to tell me you finna take my mama while I'm having the same dream, just me and her a week straight. But Jesus ain't really give me no answer, you know. So when my mama, but you know, he gave me a whole week. Cause I finally confessed to my mama about a lot of things I told her. And then I just told her about the person who like one day I might marry, told her about like everything. But she don't know what I'm going through though with this person. She just know how I feel about the person. But I ain't know this gonna be the last conversations of me and my mama though, you know. So when it happened, it was like a movie scene, cause like when everybody went their way and it was just me, it's like everything kicked in. I had an out of body experience, like my whole body shut down. It's like my whole body shut down. I couldn't move. I couldn't. It's like my heart was stopping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It really be crazy how it be. You know, like I had died soon after everybody left. But the only reason why I stayed alive because my father's spirit came in that room and he said my name out loud. It's like his flesh was still here, but the whole time he a spirit, and he just talking to me, and he was like, "This your father," and I was like, he just talking to me, and till I get back right, cause I was like out of it. I couldn't move, I couldn't do nothing. You know that me, like after I came back to my sisters, like sisters, and thinking like, okay, that's when my father left the room. It's like as soon as he seen, okay, I'm back to normal a little bit, he left the room, and but it was like crazy because it's like, dang, I done told my mama everything, so it's like everything my mom knew. This shit is like if I ever find happiness again with someone, like I won't be able to tell her. Like she only know about one person, and things went left, and it just be crazy. He saved me though. He was with me, and but this when the darkness came because you know I ain't talking to none of my friends for real. Like I'm not talking to none of my bros. I only talk to one. When I finally started talking to people I know, either they got locked up, the ones who knew me my whole life, they got locked up around the same time. I just lost my mama. Then my homie checking up on me, but nah, he get locked up. Then another partner. Like every time I look around on Facebook and look at my town, somebody getting killed left and right. So imagine losing your mama, then you getting bad news when you go on your social media, and then it's just like, man, I couldn't catch a break. You know, Vaseline. So man, so I was just losing people. Yeah, it was like I kept losing people, and then I'm over here like I'm in this town all alone, just lost my mama. Then a pastor saying, this the time she still in God mode, but she ain't around. She over my check, so I'm like I'm living in a house but homeless, cause I ain't seeing no money or none of my money. You know, I'm not eating how I was eating. It's like, it went from week to over 2 weeks, close to a month not eating nothing. Then I'm just making it seem like everything okay. Don't really got family here, don't got nobody, you know, dying left and right, arguing with this girl who I prayed for years ago, trying to prove my love, still knowing I just lost my mama, and and think about killing myself. I'm mad at God because He keep waking me up. So I feel like God not letting me die. I'm just mad. Every day my energy keep changing, drowning, and I'm every time He wake me up, I'm mad at Him because He keep waking me up. I'm begging Him to take me, let me die, but He not letting me die. So I'm mad. I'm mad at Him. But I'm telling Him I'm blessed to see another day, but I'm still mad at Him. So and then finding out my mom had wrote a letter, but I don't know what the letter said. To this day, I still don't know what the letter said. You know, So this when things went left for me. When the Lord finally gave me my wish. One night I had so much built up, and I tried to sleep. I tried to sleep my death. I tried to sleep without not waking up. So I try to force myself to sleep and just hoping I die. That's how I was feeling every day. Like me living was miserable. So one night I went to sleep, and my whole body shut down. I was literally dying. And my mom's spirit came in the room, and she slapped me in my face. And she slapped me so hard that she just like, you ain't giving up. You ain't giving up. No, you gonna fight. You gonna live. She was just like, we raised you better than that. You a fighter. You gonna live. And after she said I was going to live, she slapped me in my face, and that's what woke me up. And ever since then, that's when I say I was going to live. Yeah, so that's when she did that. That's when I said I was going to live. That's when I kept putting in my head, but deep inside, you know, the person I'm in love with, we still going through it. So it's just like she lives somewhere else, and I'm trying to prove my love still. And this how things get tricky. It's like she going through something that I'm just lost my mama. Her mama was in a hospital, and I was trying to grieve her. Like I'm, like this how crazy it is. Like I'm helping her, telling her everything okay. No, I just lost my mom. So when everything okay with her, and then like I'm back alone. When things go right, I get kicked to the curb by everybody. Once I done help them get their situation in order, at the time I get kicked to the curb. And I'm still fighting suicide thoughts, and I'm still about to kill myself. So it's gonna be like, yeah, man, that's how it was. And it's constantly like I'm there for others. So I text my homie, the one who asked for help one time, but I couldn't help him at the time. I texted him. I was like, man, bro, I want to, man, I'm giving up, man. Like I'm about to kill myself. I got left on red by him, and this the person I'm always trying to bust my ass to make sure they good. I get left on scene by him. He ain't wanna. And then my other friend I text, I was like, man, I'm giving up. Like, I don't want to live no more. I ain't get no reply. There's two people I ain't get no reply from. So I text the person who the girl like I'm in love with that I told my mom about. I get I don't give a fuck. Leave them alone. They don't care if I die. Like, yeah, I got that. And that shit just crushed me even more. It's like, dang, it's like I got left alone, and everybody I text, nobody didn't try to help me, and I was just in the dark even more. It was like this my first time ever telling people like I wasn't. Me and my brother wasn't seeing eye to eye. I ain't had no family. I'm over here making. I'm lying to my auntie and my uncle like everything good whole time. I'm giving up. You know. And the crazy part is, no matter what that person did to me or said, I always still be there for that person. I don't know what, like, you know, to this day, I still got love for that person because, no matter, I'm one of them person, no matter, like, how people did me, I still give people their credit. Cause, like, after I lost before I lost my mama, she was around, but we was, like, going through it. And but when I lost my mama, she was there, but it just always be that switch up. It's like 1 minute is like the true colors show, and then it's like when things back to normal, it's like I get kicked to the curve. But I always be there. Like it's like everybody press decline on me, but I never press decline on them. And I had a lot of hatred. Cause but I had to forgive. I had to forgive, to move on and be in a good space. So like I cried. It's so many nights I cried to God and I told him I'm tired. But I had to really be tired. I had to get sick and tired of being in the dark. That last I'm tired was really enough, man. Like I cried my eyes out and I just told God I forgive myself, forgive me, I forgive everybody. And I really mean it. And I just say, just take the hate from me, take everything away. And it's like a relief. Everything just left my shoulders. Even though I was still going through it, but somehow I still want to live some way. It just like, it hurt me. But it also just showed me, everybody not strong enough. It was like, even when I had the right to be selfish, I still put what I was going through on hold to try to make sure somebody else's day was going smooth. Try to check up on them. But deep inside, knowing I'm ready to give up. But I'm telling this person, hey, everything gonna be all right. We gotta keep going through it. But I'm in the verge of killing myself while telling this person everything gonna be all right. You know, and soon things go how I say. I get kicked to the curve again. So now I'm back in the dark all alone. And now I'm looking for the biggest knife in the kitchen to stab myself. And then I put a knife to my stomach, but the knife wouldn't go through. And that's when I made a song. I got the sharpest knife, but the knife wouldn't stab me, man. I tried my hardest to stab myself to death, and but the knife would never go through. Somehow, Somehow though, the knife didn't go through. It's a blessing in the stars because I want to hurt myself so bad, like I want to hurt myself. Good, but I want to hurt myself. I didn't feel no love at all. I didn't care. Imagine you wake up every day knowing you're going through something and everybody just call you telling you you ain't gonna never be shit. They hate you. They hope you die. Knowing you been there for them and that's what you hear from people. And whole time you on the verge of killing yourself. And then you try to find certain things to hang yourself with. And you try to test it out over and over and you just vision in your head how you gonna kill yourself over and over. And you just seeing it. Oh, let me try the bathroom. You see yourself in the bathroom hanging yourself. The knife ain't work. All that. That's how I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. I feel like nobody wouldn't even knew if I was gone. Because I ain't had no family, and the pastor wouldn't even know because she never come around. So nobody wouldn't know I would be dead in that house. If that I ask myself a lot of times, if that knife would have went through it, would I would be here or would I would have bled out? I appreciate that struggle. So and then it turned to putting the gun to my head. I ain't had the guts to pull the trigger. Then the next attempt, I finally got the guts to pull the trigger. But this time wasn't no bullets in the clip. But the first time, I ain't had the guts to pull the trigger. But the second time, I had the guts to do it. There wasn't no bullets in it. And that what made me make a song. Because after the song, I made Inside Pain. And I was telling at the end, watch my body hit the floor. I basically was throwing hints. So when I do it, whoever's smart enough to look in my phone, I basically did a suicide message through a song that when I finally got a chance to actually pull the trigger, there wasn't no bullets in it. Then I tried to hang myself, like try to tighten my neck up and hoping so I won't breathe. You know, that's just on a daily basis. You know, that's just part of. Now I look back at it, I'm blessed that I didn't. But back then, I had a lot of attempts of like hurting myself, cause I ain't see myself living long. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, no, I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes I be like I'll be ready to give up, But I know I ain't gonna give up. But feeling that way and actually doing it, it was like years ago in 2023. Oh, like 3 years ago when I was in Georgia. So it's like 2 years ago. Before I moved back in my hometown, I'm gonna tell you how good Jesus is. I'm gonna tell you how good, like spiritually, like both of my parents came to me in a dream. And the first one said something about the Bible. I had two dreams at once. The first dream with my father, he was talking about the Bible. And then the second dream, my mama, she was talking about the Bibles, that I need to start reading the Bible. And I was searching, I'm looking, I say, dang, where I seen Bibles. And then I seen this big Bible in a bin. It was in my closet. It was from my dad's stuff. He had this big Bible in there, and that's what made me start reading it. Mm-hmm. That's it was like years ago because I was still in Georgia. And that's the last time, but I still be wanting to give up sometimes. I have them days, had them moments, but I know I ain't gonna never give up because, I'm living for something, you know. I'm here for a reason, but that what made me read the Bible though, and ever since, I read the Bible up till I moved. I'm talking about over 3 months reading the Bible nonstop, just reading it. Taking, praying mode and oh, man, that's how it be, you know. But I literally wasn't. I ain't tell nobody but the people who I asked for help, and I just got denied. You know, I don't. Things happen. Like to this day, the same person who say they ain't give a fuck, like I still love and care about. I'm gonna tell you, go way back. It was like, I broke a promise for this person because I ain't supposed to let nobody in. I did not supposed to trust or love anybody, but I prayed for it, and I try to hang in there, not give up on the blessing or give up on the prayer that I asked God for. And me, I just sat with everything that came with it because that's what I asked the Lord for. I ain't been specific on who He bring in my life, but that's who He chose, and that's who I tried to stick and rock with through it all. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes things happen for a reason. And that person is still an important part of my story because besides her, my niece really changed me for the better. What I mean by that, because I used to call people, I used to call out her name and be disrespectful because I was broken and I was running the drugs thinking it's going to help me. And I'm still losing bros. I'm still losing people around me. And when God sent my best friend to talk to me in a dream, and showed me everybody who I lost in my circle. This before I lost my pops or my mom. He showed me a picture. everybody that I lost got killed, got who suicide, and showed me what it affected me, and basically chose my Von to be my guardian angel between the prayer when I prayed for love. So he used my Von to be the tool to me to realize what I'm doing wrong. And every time me and her got into it, I prayed to God and asked him if we meant to be, you know, it is what it is. You know, not like it is what it is, but I say if we meant to be, we'll end up talking. If not, this not the one you didn't chose, then just let it go. But every time we got into it and I prayed, we always end up back talking, knowing she in a different state. And a lot of people use that against me. You know, oh, you talk to somebody in a different state. But can't nobody be honest and tell nobody and say, did you pray for love and God chose, but you ain't being picky. And I was just one that just told him send someone I can love and trust. And it's not my fault. He chose somebody that's not don't live in the same state as me. And me prayed for it. I'd rather just thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Man, a lot of people use that against me and think that's supposed to hurt me, you know? So then he really did, you know? And that really, and you know, that ever since that dream, that changed me. And that's when my niece was born. You know, my niece is about to be born. And when I hold my niece when she was a baby, that was like my guardian angel, you know, because I was never close to no girl siblings. But my niece I was close to. And, you know, I was having dreams with my sister, but it was more heavy when I came to Georgia. But before that, my niece was like my guardian angel. And, like, you know, like, that way changed me for good, you know. Fascinating, you know. So when I like, you know, when my niece came in my life and I did that and it showed me, you know, when my Von came to me and told me everything I prayed to God for, and ain't nobody know but God, and I knew, okay, he sent my Von to tell me. That's when it made me change my aspect of how to treat a person or treat a woman. You know, I don't have to push her away every time we get into it or, you know, so it made me open up more. It made me try to, you know, try to show a person like why I act this way. You know, my time you say like this. And this crazy, like I died on the phone with her over 20 times. Like I died on the phone with her over like 20 times. Cause I got sleep apnea. So it was like died over 20 times on the phone. And then like every dream I had with her, every time I get a chance, like she about to tell me the honest how she feel about me, I either got in a shootout or I got killed. And then it's like I had a dream that she met my mom. Like a couple times she met my mom. But then before my mom knew about her though, she just knew I was just talking to someone, but she ain't know nothing. She did cause the pastor told her that. Me, I always thought I just want to be private. But that's the only one like I really let in my circle. because I prayed for it. It's also changed me. Ain't nobody perfect. You know, me disrespecting her and calling her her names. I was wrong for that because I could have been a bigger person, but I moved off feelings and emotions. I admit that like I was wrong for disrespecting her. Knowing deep inside I care for her and I love her just like I love my mom and my niece. So I had to look at it like if I ain't feel let nobody disrespect my mom or my niece, why I'm disrespecting and I care for her and love her. I had to look at it different ways. You know, and like to be honest, like at that time, it was like she was on the same thing I don't know, like she was afraid to love or nothing. It was just like I was the one had to be the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? But deep inside, like she don't know what I'm going through. Like I'm losing bros. I'm over here sipping. I'm over here thinking this happened. Like imagine you promise a person you won't never leave them, but that person always leaving you. You know, Getting breaking up when you just lost your bro to the streets of gun violence. Now you going through all this. It's just so much happens, and then it just be like, man, and you just be asking yourself like, why I'm going through this. You know what I'm saying? Man, a lot of people ain't gonna say where they messed up at. Like with me, I didn't know how to love. Like I knew only way I could show a person I care, but I couldn't say, "Oh, I love you," with like how they want you to say. It's like Jesus had to use my Vaughn, my best friend, to show me that, and he had to bring my niece in at the right time because I was locked in, with her because that's who I prayed for. And God just gave me all the answers I need. So I pushed everybody that thought they had a chance with me. I pushed all that away because Jesus already showed me my blessing. But later down the line, I had to realize just because a person is my blessing, I might don't be their blessing. Just because I, I would die for this person and have so much love for that person. They might don't love me to that extent. Maybe she was supposed to be my blessing, and I supposed to be just a part of her story, you know. So I had to look at that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like to this day, it's like certain shit I ain't healed from, but it's like I ain't been the same since all this everything happened because like God gave me my blessing, but my blessing ain't understand she was a blessing. And then it's just like, you know, it's like I had to push I had to push what how I feel to the side because I'd rather see that person happy, even if it without me. And then I just had to realize, You know, like to this day, this person still had my heart because I prayed for it. It's like I put my all in it, you know. I just feel like, okay, nobody else in this world complete me more. No one, like, because nobody in this world perfect. And at a young age, I knew that. Watching how my friends went through things, watch how they get set up. I ain't want to go through that. That's what made me pray for love from the beginning. to not get set up by somebody I love or trust, not be the next victim to disloyalty and backdoor. So, cause I was afraid to love, afraid to open up, cause that's how everybody around me got killed. Uh, like my pops, he been gone for 6 years, and my mama been gone for 5. Not 5, but 4. Cause they 2 years apart. My mama passed in 2021. My pop passed in 2018. Like 18. So yeah, it's like it's crazy. It's like crazy because like it don't matter like how long me and this person don't talk. That's the only one like that come back out of my life all these years since I prayed for love. Some people be like, "Oh, that's a sign," but it should be like sometimes I don't know. But to me, a lot of people try to throw that in my face all the time, like, "Oh, you pray for love, you with this person, you live well." But it's like, bro, how can I can't be mad at God that He chose a person from a different state. It's not my fault, cause shit, I didn't ask him. I just told him to send someone, you know. But a lot of people don't even know. Selena, like it's crazy because it's like my friend been gone over 10 years. A lot of my friends, but I still feel they death to this day. It's like when it rain, I think about my best friend, my Vaughn, cause I cried in the rain when they say he passed. When it's like everybody who I lost, they had rain on their funeral, like it rain or some. Like I lost my close one of my other partners. I had to bury them 2 days before my birthday. They got buried 2 days before my birthday. I lost like everything happened before my birthday or after my birthday. Last time I seen my grandma was alive was on my 16th birthday. Then after that, a couple months she passed. She had passed away. Like a week, like a month, like after my birthday month, I think in February, like that's when she went to the hospital. Uh, I can't, I can't even say like talk to because like don't get me wrong, like now like we older, but it's just like I know like she can talk to me, but I know like I can't talk to her. It's not even that. It's just like you know it's like when I go through things, I'm alone. But when people going through it, it's like they instantly call me, and some people be like that. That might be they like you they safe space. But it should be like maybe I don't know, but it's just like that when I go through it, I just go through it alone. Like just go through it alone. I never felt bad for praying for love. Like, only people try to do that to me is the people who like like ain't hated me or had some type of animosity towards me, but I said it in songs. I even made a song about her called Letter to Trinity. I had made a song, because it was a journey. I don't know, man. Like I be thinking like it's sometimes I be thinking like maybe them, cause like a lot of people don't know when I lost my mama and I was losing bros. Like she got in a car accident. The girl who I prayed for love for, she got in a car accident. And I did the same thing what I did with my mama. Like I cried to God, saying don't take her, you need to just take me. People might say, oh, you weird for doing that, but it's just like I did that with my bros that I feel like I was gonna lose to the streets. you know. So I did that to her too. Like I really broke down and cried. Like I'm losing another part, another romance special on the last one. Because at the time my mama was gone and my niece was back in Florida. So like she was the only like woman like F in my corner for real. So when she got in a car accident, like I cried. I begged the God like to take me and not her, and I just told God like I can't lose her. Hey, that's the last important person in my life. So it just be like it was like crazy, you know. Other people would say that's weird, but me at the time, I didn't even think that was weird. Cause it was just like, man, I already lost my mama. Then I already done lost a couple more bros. Then I just lost a big bro who seen me grow up. And then me and his brothers, like, we were close. Nah, they done lost a big brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much was going on. And then the girl you finally told your mom about before she died, now that one in the car accident, it's like, bro, shit, you was fucking with me. I was like, I can't. It's like I just kept going to God. I can't talk to none of my homies about what I be. It's just like shit, it was just happening, you know. I would, what I'm saying? Like that's why I like a lot of people don't understand. Like my story, it be like a movie because it's like the Lord Jesus really used me as to show like prayers really work. You know, and the crazy part of when I prayed for love, I was sipping lean, man. Like I was off drugs, and that I call sipping lean is drugs, cause it's syrup and it is drugs. So me sipping, but I always talk to God. So when but I was not, I knew what I prayed for and asked for, you know. Cause I used to make my own, so I was not buying it from normal people. So I know what I'm getting my like making it from. So everything happened so fast when I prayed for it. Cause this when the pastor was like God was using a pastor. Like I was in temple, and this when my mama was going to a church banquet, to the pastor. And then, the Sunday when we was about to leave, that's when we went to church. No, it wasn't no Sunday, cause it was like a weekday, like a Monday. It was some because yeah, it had to be like a weekday. know, like it was like a weekday. It's my first time being on the phone with her, and like we was on the phone like that whole day. And mind you, don't get me wrong, it was like it was tempting, cause it was like girls just walking right past me, staring at me, all type of stuff. Like I supposed to walk to the store and they ain't go to the store. It was just like that day. I feel like I answered, I did it like a part or whatever because it was like I ain't trying to talk to nobody else. Like yeah, I was tempted now, there's a lot of shit going on, but I still stayed, in my lane. So like when a pastor came and then like when she seen me, this how I knew it was real because she was like, whatever you pray to God for, you gonna get it when you go back home in Florida. And I looked at her like, and she was like, I ain't gonna say what you prayed for, but you know what you prayed for, that you would get your answer when you get back home. And when you're not thinking like, she just talking. When a pastor just, you might think they just talking. That I had that feeling, but I knew she was not lying. I know she's serious. I know, so, but I ain't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, when I get back home, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't crossed my mind. But when I got home, like the next day, everything changed. You know, that's when she started claiming me as her boyfriend. That's when shit started changing. It was like on and off. But at the end of the day, I, at a young age, as a teenager, to have a mindset of just still not giving up what you prayed for. But it's so many times you could have walked away, but you didn't. Because I ain't no saint or I'm not perfect. I regret calling her bitches and hoes when I was mad. I didn't want to see her cry, even though she said a lot of fucked up things to me, but I was wrong for like doing that to that as that because that was besides my mom and my niece, she was the only special woman that was a blessing to me, and a lot of times I let my emotions to get the best of me, and I wrong for even told her that, like even now, like like I'm wrong for all that because it was like that was my blessing, you know what I'm saying? Hey Candy, how are you? And in fact though, God is, Jesus is, but I had to look at it. I had to look at it because, this who Jesus chose and but at the first time it just happened so quick. But it's just like was just crazy. Cause beginning I was rough, like cause I was still like going through things, still losing. I was still like depressed a little bit, and at the same time, you joke on people. Cause I used to be joking with my homies was in love, and now I'm in love. It like now they for the joke on me, cause I did them the same way. And then it's like I'm losing homies left and right. I'm still in a dark place in my life because I'm keep getting bad news. Every time somebody called me, somebody got killed. oh, you heard such and such just got locked up. And then I'm getting phone calls from bros in the cell, and it's just so much going on. And then I gotta tell them this. I gotta, and I'm still a teenager going through all this. Still ain't healed from my best friend past. Then just all this other stuff going on. Then it's just like, man. Then trying to be a best brother I can be, picking up phone calls. You know, it just was just crazy. I had to. You know, you know, it just be like that. It's like, now I look back at it, it just was crazy. Cause like, man, I would answer the phone calls, knowing, just random nimmels, but it's my bros in the cell. And I'm trying to tell them, they want to know what's going on in the world, and sometimes I had to tell some of them like, bro, such and such got killed, and sometimes they had to find out like some of the homies get killed and they in the cell, and it's just like, bro, that shit, it's like I had to be admit of that. And then I gotta try to tell some of my people, hey, bro, don't crash. Then realize one homie get killed. Then imagine your homie get killed. Then the same night, your other partners get caught with guns in the car trying to get revenge. Got caught with K's, all type of stuff, trying to get revenge. And then it's like, this ain't no win-win situation. Because like, damn, we just lost a homie, then y'all get caught with guns in the car, all type of stuff. It's just like, man, it was just crazy. It was like the shit just didn't make no sense. Man, it just was like, I couldn't even progress. Nah, I had to take them calls. I ain't gonna lie. These day ones, I grew up with since kids. Like I had to take them for. I hate that. I can't answer phone calls now because they don't got my number. But back then, I had the same number, so they knew it. Like it's crazy. They knew my number by heart. So it's like, it's just. Like I had to have, like, that's why, like they knew. Man, it was just crazy. Like going through this as a teenager, and then you get a text from the person you prayed for love for, talking about they can't do it no more. And then you going through that, and then you just lost a homie. It's like, man, I was going through things. One minute, like it's just like, dang, I couldn't catch a break. Nah, it's just going through heartbreak. Then you still gotta go through emotions of your homie just get killed. It's like I just kept saying I didn't understand how life was going no more. Like, um, I can, Only thing is like, you know, I try to keep a lot of my friends. I was that one homie, like, grew in surroundings, but I always try to keep them out of trouble and try to show them it's more to life. Cause a lot of my friends ain't had fathers. Some of my friends ain't had people that care for them. So it'll like they come to my crib, it's like my parents treat them like they were one of theirs. They feel home. So it's like they feel like a lot of my friends felt safe at my crib. Like they feel comfortable there. They ain't had to worry about somebody judging them or how they living or you know how they is. You know what I'm saying? Like they got accepted who they is. You know what I'm saying? And you know a lot of times, you know, one of my homie like mama even told that they were happy that their son was around me because I saved their life. Like I kept them out of trouble. When they wasn't around me, they was nervous because like that when they mama knew they was around me, they knew like nothing was not going to happen. Cause I'm not for to have my friends on bullshit or have them out here doing stupid stuff, running around toting Glocks and doing all the extra stuff, you know. Even though we in the same environment and we gotta protect ourselves, but I somehow I just kept them boys out the way to the point we in it, that we ain't gotta worry about nobody shooting at us. We ain't had to worry about that. When they was with me, you know, we was good, but everything happened when they wasn't with me. And sometimes I ask Jesus, like, why you ain't let it go down with me? But I be feeling like Jesus know I was gonna die for them, or I would have threw my life away for them if I was around them, knowing if I didn't have no protection, I'd probably jump in a bullet for them, cause that's how deeply I care and love for them. Cause I done all my life they say I wouldn't pass 18, so in my head, I thought I was gonna die regardless. Cause before age 18, I done died over 50 times already. So it was like I knew God was not gonna save me no more. So I was like, didn't think I had anything to live for no more. So it's just like, it should be like that, you know. I ain't like, I ain't know at the time because, but like, they parents, like, used to talk to my parents and used to tell them that, even like they see them, they be like, I'm glad my son was with your son because y'all kept them out of trouble. And I could have been one. I had so much like leverage. I could have threw house parties, but I wasn't into none of that. It was like even if my mom and them wasn't there, they knew who at my crib. I had one of them because I never had everybody at my crib, just the same people. Sometimes I do something. But it should be like sometimes I ask myself like, did I did the best thing I can? Because a lot of them end up getting killed or in a cell, and that's what they told me my life was gonna be. Either I go to doctors and they say I ain't gonna pass 18, or when I go to school and people try to bully me, and then when I defend myself and I won, or I had to beat somebody for not trying to bully me, I get called, you ain't gonna never be nothing in life. You gonna end up in a cell in the grave. So that's all I heard. You ain't gonna pass 18. You gonna end up dead or in a cell. But everybody around me, that's what happened to them. I used to feel like I was cursed because that's what I heard when I wasn't home. If I'm not around my parents, I'm hearing grown telling me at a young age, you ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't up in the cell in the grave. Just because I defend myself and not let people bully me and get away with it, you know. So it's so that's why I be feeling like I'm cursed sometimes. I be feeling like me being disabled was a curse. That when the devil tapped me like 3 times and he tapped me from my legs on up, it showed me it's something more to my legs than just pins and me being disabled. You know, it showed me like I have some type of power in my legs. You Last thing you do, it showed me that, cause I was like really giving up, man. King, man, it just be feeling like that. Man, like you know what's crazy? I had died so many times. Like the surgeries I had, I ain't had no guarantee that I was gonna make it out of surgery. Like every surgery was a risk take I had. You know, the last surgery with my legs, I died in it like over 3 times. And the last time I went out, they just was going out for prayer. They were just hoping I wake up. It wasn't nothing they could have did. You know, I just something happened. Jesus opened my eyes and made me like I was dead. I was gone. They didn't know I was going to wake up. Till my mom seen my eyes open, and that's when they came in there. But they they didn't know what was going to happen because I was dead. You know. And I know that at the time I just thought it was a curse. I just be feeling like that because that's what people label me as disabled because my legs. But you know, when I went to the doctors, they were lying and act like nothing wasn't wrong with me. And it took me like at 17 to go to I had to go to a judge because it got so bad. I was missing stool. So I had to go to a judge, you know, and that's the only reason. Is like if I never went to a judge, I wouldn't know that these people was lying. They ain't had a lot of things documentary. They ain't had nothing for the judge to really see, you know. So when I went to the judge, he already knew something was wrong with me when he first seen me. That the documents ain't had the same. Nothing wasn't adding up. Like he had only reason why I know I got some type of bone disease and sleep apnea because he put his own doctors in. He had got his own doctors in it to do their research and realize there's a lot of things wrong with me. So it's just be crazy. So it was like my dad kind of felt, my dad like kind of felt sorry because he basically felt like he made me walk them bridges all them times and made me did all this and just to find out the doctor was lying the whole time. That's really really so. like, it was crazy because they only had records to like the last thing they had was like 2015. It was like 2017, 18, not 18, cause I think it was 17. Cause no, it was probably 18 or 17. One of them though. But they had this like the same people I went through as a kid. Since a kid, he was like they was shady, stuff was going on. Like that I'd be, but still here though, still here to share the story. Kenny man, we all gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? I started learning that like later down the line. Later down the line, that's when I started learning that. Nah, I never tried to sue. I never tried to do none of that. Like my dad didn't want to do that, you know, because like the damage already been done, So it was just like I got pins in my legs. Don't even supposed to have pins in it because like I got some type of bone disease. Even though I was like I'm bow-legged, but they thought they was gonna fix it. But they never went back and did anything like they supposed to, cause like they ain't like I woke up and start freaking out and telling them I just want to go to my room because I was dead. Like they didn't know I was gonna come back. I was gonna wake up or nothing. Yeah, my dad used to be in the army, so he pushed me a lot, like a lot of people don't know, man. Like a lot of people say, oh, you big, this and that, but man, I was walking bridges like chubby, walking bridges every day. Like I was doing 3 walks a day. A lot of people don't know, like what I'm doing now, I've been doing when I was a kid. It's just now, it's just a little harder because my legs got messed up most, so it's just, you know, that should be. That's how it be though. That's how it be though. You know, cause if if I look back, I'm here to tell a story. You know, I'm here to tell a story, here to help somebody out there. Selena, but look, we still here. I knew it was more than that. Cause when the devil tapped me 3 times and he tapped my legs, and that's the only thing he tapped me from. That's when I knew like my legs more. It's a gift, you know. Yeah, yeah. He always with me though. That's why like You know, riding a motorcycle back and forth. The hell they got going on out there, man? Crazy. Damn. Like, I don't even know. You're right. So, you know, we can't though. You know. You know what's crazy? I don't know. You know what's crazy is the blessing. You know, you guys, I don't know. Like, I look back at it, like to this day, it's just like I still gotta deal with like something from my past. Even though I'm on the future, it's just something in my past. Like to this day, it like a lot of things I ain't healed from, but I embrace it. It like it's still like something missing in my life. I don't know what it is, but it's just like something missing. Like through all the journeys I went through, you know, only one, that still be coming to like, it's just you can't, that's what we here for, no lie. That you can though, bro, what the hell he was? God dang, dude, he on a motorcycle. Mm. I never look at it like that, neither. Cause it's like the grieving, I'm still grieving. But a lot of things, like a lot of people don't know, like a lot of things, it's like certain things I didn't move on from. If that makes sense. Like certain people, not even people, just one person. But it's a lot of things else like I didn't move on from. Like everything's still there. And then it should be like the grieve then it's like when I grieve I be feeling like it's still something there, like something missing out of my life that I still wanna know what's missing. I'm sorry, it ass. I mean, it be crazy because, you know, my mama ain't even supposed to have kids. But she got blessed to have me and my brother. But my mama ain't supposed to have kids. You know, like the doctor said she ain't even supposed to have none. So we like the lucky too that came from my mama. Mm-hmm. Ah man, that's so crazy. That's like a movie, but it really part of your story. Every day is. Cause when I had too many suicide attempts, sometimes I still want to give up, but not in that way. You know, it's just like my whole story. It just be like, man, yeah, man. Me and my brother is, cause she had two boys. Like the crazy thing is, I always wondered if I had a sister. But the whole time I had a sister from China, would have had a sister from China, but she ain't make it. That's what they told my pops. So I would have been the second born if she would have made it fast. Yeah, so it's like my sister, if she would have made it from China, I would have been the second child of my pops. It would have been. That's just the crazy thing. But my sister, talked to me in spirit a lot though. When I had turned a teen, that's when she first started coming to me, like calling out for me. Like literally calling out for me. So okay, I found that out when I like told him about the dreams. That my pops told me. Like after he told me that, that's when me and her in spirit got closer. That's when she tried to tell me more. But got older though, like she just was a part of my angel, a part of the no, cause it fed me. No, I ain't get a chance to meet her. She ain't get a chance. But it's like spiritually, it's like she know me her whole life or something. Like, no, man, I never watched Egg. I never watched it. It's just that's why I say like in my story, it's a lot of breaking, like a lot of broken pieces, a lot of broken strips in my story that I won't never know, like cause people ain't here no more, and you know, oh, I gotta cut this. Real quick, give me 1 second. I gotta cut this on, man. cut it on. Goddamn headache, bro. Had to, bro. Getting a headache like a mug. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I gotta look it up on YouTube, cause I be on YouTube though. You know, I'm gonna look it up tonight though, cause I gotta get off. I gotta get off here in a minute though, cause my phone. I gotta charge my phone. Man, you know what's crazy, man? It's like so much in my story. You know, like it's my first time ever telling like the whole story, how I prayed for love and everything today, tonight. You know, y'all got it first. Like I never broke it down from the start. Like a lot of people think like that really like I can't help like what happened, man. You know, it's just part of my story, man. It just be crazy. Like a lot of people be asking me like how I don't do this, but it's just like I can't help like my heart still with that person. You know, it's just like it just be like, man, I be trying to heal from things, but it's like some things don't be working. I love y'all too, Selena. I appreciate y'all, man. Man. I'm trying to get. It just be like, cause I know, like, it gonna be on YouTube, so like, I clip some of the storylines on it. But just part of the journey. Oh, I can't say it's on me. It was Jesus to Jesus using me and telling my one. No, it probably was meant for me to just tell you all the beginning. No, because a lot of people don't know that side of me, or because they only see the new me, but the old me was a work in progress. You know, telling my parents they come bury me before I buried them. Didn't care about living no more. Pushing the person that God chose away at times. Knowing I loved them, but didn't know how to tell a person I don't want to lose them, or just stuff like that. Yeah. But I could tell a lot of my homies like, bro, I can't lose y'all, but they end up dying on me, end up all type of stuff that still get hard though. I ain't gonna lie, I will be live like later on. I'm gonna try to go live in the morning time though, like around 9. Um, but it's just one of those days, the Lord just, use, hopefully it helps someone out there. Like, man, you can change. You can change, man, no matter what you're going through in life, man. Everything I went through, and you telling me you can't get through it. If I can get through it, I know a lot of people out there can get through it, man. Especially heartbreaks and just by one person, it's like a blessing, and it can make it seem like it's a lesson, but the whole time it's still a blessing. You just how you look at it. And like I didn't look at that now. It's just like back then I didn't see it because like it it like different seasons showed me a long way though. What they got going on out there? You too, Ken. Appreciate you. Man. No, another day. Oh, man, cause I know, like I've been broken so crazy. I've been. It's like some part of me still broken. Some part of me through like me praying for love, and I can finally admit, like I always admit, but I still ain't healed from certain things, man. This person went through. But that person still had my heart in some way, and I care about her to this day, you know. And like it's just crazy, like I was just telling my friend that like, yeah, bro, it's like, but it's just like I don't know, cause like I knew she was my blessing, but it's just like part of me still ain't let go of the sister, like let that person go all the way. Like it's still part of me, still feel the same way I felt when I first prayed for love. If that sound like any weird, you know. You know, again, but that's why I just be singing in music though. Like some people said, but I don't know though. Cause like I know like on my end, but it's just like I still like ain't give up on the blessing, like on the prayer I made like when I was a teenager. You know, Yeah, man, they been shooting fireworks. Man, they stopped here though. Man, I don't know. I mean, like that might be true because like I still ain't give up on that person or like I never start caring about that person or never start loving that person. I just love from a distance, but I'm always be there for that person though. If it makes sense or it's like weird. Cause you know some people say it weird, you know, all these years. But it just be like I never seen myself being with somebody else besides her all the years. No one deep inside, you know, either thing can happen to me. Knowing like, so I never look at it like that though. For you to put it like that, like I never look at it like that. Because the same feeling I had from the beginning, it's like it's still there. That it's just like a click up, but like a part of me still protect myself at the end. You know, because just because you like I had to learn, just because like a person was my blessing, I might wasn't there. Just because like I still had that person might just might don't ever see me like that or never did. So it should be like I just look at it things so different. Um, you know, a lot of people like you got history, certain beds it be like I don't know, a part of me still never gave up on that person. Like part of me never like shut this person down, like always knowing like, you know, the other way around I had to be alone. So it just be like, I just be feeling sometimes. So it just be crazy. But hopefully, like, I get over that, though, man. Cause, man, it just be like, man, you know, ain't too many. But, I mean, like, it always been that one person, though, Like, I just feel like nobody could replace that person. So, like, I never tried to, like, step or move on or take anybody else like serious how I took that person serious because like I broke promises, to people who got set up, made promises that I'ma stay alert or anything, you know. So it's like now it's just like it just be like crazy. But I never gave like never seen myself with nobody else though. So it's like I never gave myself another chance out there. No, 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 you good. That's the only thing. Like I never put myself back out there because like I put everything in one, and I just roll till the wheels fall off, till Jesus say, "Oh, you need to fall back." You know, that's it. So it's just it just be like crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? But I would be back on though, like around at least 9 or 10. Hopefully though. 9 to 10 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully though. I hope I get some sleep though. I hope I do get some sleep tonight, man. At 10, I ain't gonna lie. Cause man, I be up and then it's like I know like if I do go to sleep, I'm gonna get like an hour of sleep and be up, man. I'm finna watch that as soon as I get off here. But I appreciate you, Slim. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in, man. You know, and then pray, cause now I don't put the story out there, and I know this person followed this YouTube, so they gonna see the goddamn story. Goddamn, it is what it is. I just, man, I love everyone, man. It just for be crazy. No, man, I'm not like, ashamed. Cause, it's just part of my story. It's just part of the story. But, it's just me just telling my testimony and showing that I was never all this person. Like, I had this mindset, but I also was, tripping, pushing people who I care about away a lot of times and pray to God and he's used to fix things for me, but it's a lot of times I had to do it myself, for pushing people I care about away, pushing them away because I ain't want to lose them, because I started feeling like I was a curse, so, you know, um, man, I got to do that, man. It's just part of me, I'd be wrong if I just speak on how everybody did me and not just speak on, because everybody can say what people did, but they can't say what they did. So I'm just one of them. Don't speak on like what people did to me. I just speak on like what I did wrong in situations. And with me and her, the biggest thing was calling her out her name a lot, disrespecting her, knowing like I love her so much, knowing like I didn't want to lose her, And in life it be like that, But at least I know what I made mistakes at. And somebody out there probably can help and learn from it. Cause it be like that, it be like that. But man, I'm for to charge my phone. Oh yeah, I gotta charge it on 29%. But I hope everybody have a blessed Saturday, man. I will be back live at least like 9:30 or close to 10 o'clock. One of them two now. You know, Vaseline, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone, man. I love you too, man. We'll be back live. Man, hope everyone sleep good. Have a blessed early morning. You know, say your prayers, man. Hope everybody enjoy day 4th. You know, I appreciate you. It made my day better. It made my night better. Speaking on life, speaking on stories, we will do that again, though. I know, we all gonna get there. But good night, everyone, man. Appreciate it. I said good night, man. It's already morning. It's about to be 1 here, man. So, good morning, everyone, man. I will be back on later. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna watch that as soon as I end. I ain't gonna lie. Charge my phone. Hopefully, if I do fall asleep on it, I will watch it when I wake up. But I'm definitely gonna watch it, though. Good night. Good morning, I mean, man. I don't know what I'm saying. Good night.